Hello and welcome along to another thrilling episode of KTT Legacy. And I'm delighted to be introducing my wonderful chum, RJ Gibb. How are you, RJ?
Great, Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's great to see you. So all exciting stuff. So we launched the site. People by their droves around the world are really, really thrilled. So what I thought today is for the first time people are having a look at kttlegacy.com is we might talk them through the general sections and then in future episodes have a look at some specific products. So let's have a look. So when we first come onto the site, we get this coming next week, which is just in a few days' time. Talk us through it, RJ. What's going to be coming up fairly soon?
Hi, yes. No, that's what you're looking at now is the steam baskets. That's they are a steampunk round cut sunglasses that are based on an idea that my father had come up with while we were in the middle of a recording session, and he thought, well, this would be the best way to make these sunglasses. He always wanted to have those sort of the colander sides on them. So that's what we've actually called them. We've called them they're actually colander frames. So yeah, no, there's those, and then of course we'll be releasing the Gibby's steam shades later on as well. Now, of course, these are called Bodine steam baskets. If anybody is able to guess why they're called Bodine steam baskets, then you're a diehard fan. And also, if you're able to guess why the second ones are called Gibby's steam shades, even more credit.
And in
so
fact,
there should be a competition there, I think.
Write into us and tell us all about it, because we'd love to do it. And what we're going to try and do, we want to, through the site, increase the dialogue with the fans and everybody. So if you've got any comments, any suggestions, and I'll tell you what, the first few people who have a look might well be in for an extra surprise. So write in if you know the answers to either of those, and we'll get a chance of winning something a little bit special we'll tell you about later. Right, let's have a look. So that's coming up. Those are the steampunk things. We've also got, so talk us through this side as well, because this is really exciting as well.
Well, this, we've already compiled a lot of the products, so we're just about to launch this one. So that's why I didn't say next week, because it could be actually tonight. This is the official.
This is good. Always early delivery. This is always thrills. And actually, by the time people watch this again next year, we're going to say we're celebrating the anniversary of the launch. So all of this will be very timely. The thing is, by the time people are hunting through the site, these are the treasures that await. But talk us through this, because this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah, no, this is the official Robin Gibb commemorative collection. So it's of course, it has, because of my involvement and me being one of the artistic directors for this, it has keeps, we're making keepsakes and other sorts of merchandise that feature artwork and photographs that have never been seen before. They're either from the family archives, or they're things that have been kept locked away, things my father cherished, and so forth. So yeah, I mean, we've even taken stills from old footage of him to make some of these things. So yeah, these have never been seen before.
And that's one of the real treasures about this. This is a global exclusive, the first time ever that this will be made available to the fans. And we were involved fairly recently with the Drumathon with good old Errol Kennedy, raising lots of money for the NHS. And you very kindly donated one of the pairs of your father's blue glasses. And that raised £1,300. So it's quite extraordinary. Fans are desperate to obviously get hold of something which has this sort of quality and is associated with your father. And now what we've done is to make sure that everybody's got a chance at every possible price point to get something which will be a wonderful little token and a wonderful little memento.
yeah, these are his actual designs as well. So it is a piece of him, you know. It's just a piece of his mind, really, and it's a beautiful thing to see it come to fruition and become, you know, something that's manifest and that you can hold. And so we had the sample come the other day from the manufacturer who was building upon our design, and it was almost it was a really emotional moment. But yeah, no, I think a lot of people will be happy with it.
And it's been years and years in the planning. I mean, this is something which you discussed with Robin Gibb, your father, over many years. And you're right, it's a very emotional journey because it's finally come to fruition.
That's right. Yeah, I just hope everyone enjoys them as much as we do. I mean, we love the new products and the new merchandise. So it's everything from clothing to accessories to and they're all based on either you know, old family archive footage and artwork, or ideas that he actually had during the sessions we had at Coronation Studios.
Oh, fantastic. So, and we just spoke about the glasses coming soon, or maybe even tonight, is what we love. That looks over there.
No, not the glasses, but the Gibb
loose
collection.
threads.
So, yeah,
talk us
Robin
through
Gibb
those.
collection. Yeah, the Robin Gibb collection will be possibly coming tonight. The steam shades it'll be next week, because we just got to we're just waiting for the cases to come, the custom cases for them to be finished. But that's but everything else I've just mentioned, that could be coming out tonight.
Oh, fantastic. And really exciting stuff. But as people play around with the site, because there's lots of treasures await for everybody. And in addition to that sort of side, we have wonderful things. And you've been coming up with glorious titles like Loose Threads. Talk to us about those.
Hold on, sorry, Andrew, you've broken up a bit there.
All right, I know the story of my life.
You're back.
Story of my life. It's gonna be good. I'm just saying that in addition to the Robin Gibb collection, which you've been working on for years and finally brought to fruition, within the site itself, ktlegacy.com, there are lots of other treasures as well. For example, you've got Loose Threads, and you came up with this glorious title. Talk us through those.
Absolutely, yeah. No, the we had a whole collection for women, women's clothing and women's accessories that was it's still coming out. It's going to be called Recherche, but that's now been allocated to just like evening dresses and more formal wear and shoes and so forth, like high heels and so forth. But for lockdown and for the time we're in and the zeitgeist and the experience we're all having, everyone wants comfort clothing. Everyone wants, you know, the leisure wear. So we've devoted a whole section to leisure wear. And we have, of course, the men's and the women's section. The women's section is Loose Threads, and the men's section is Threadbare, which is a play on words, of course, with bear as in a grizzly bear rather than nothing.
Oh, wonderful. And again, people, what we'll do is in future videos, we'll be able to take people through a few specific products and talk about the designs on those. But those are the two women's collection. And in addition to the clothing range and the official merchandise, there's going to be lots of other things which are KTT legacy related. And we'll talk about those in a bit. But the final section we show tonight is what gloriously called Boredom Busters. Talk us through those.
Oh, Boredom Busters. Well, again, because in lockdown, of course, we're all looking for something to do, to pass the time, to ease the stress. And this is a section that has everything for children and for adults to pass the time with their family or alone. So we've got some things that can be used, you know, like little sculpture, magnetic sculptures and stuff that can be done alone. But we also, or with the family, but we've got, you know, family games and other things that I think people will really enjoy. So no, it's to keep people occupied and entertained, you know, during this terrible time.
And it is wonderful because actually, whilst it is terrible, and all sorts of people have been affected, and our thoughts and prayers go out to them. It's also been actually a very unifying time for the family, because it's a chance for the family to come back together to work on that sort of principle. And what we're looking at there is either do some games or some various things with the family, the arts and craft and various other things specifically designed for this time, but also afterwards. So if you're by yourself and you're looking for a new skill, or you want to get something to keep your mind boggling, keep those fingers working, this is the place. There's lots and lots of fun things here. And again, we'll have a look in future episodes at that sort of side. And the other general thing about the site as well, RJ, is that we're going to be looking specifically, this is the place, KTT Legacy is where people will be able to go for everything to do with KTT. And give us a little hint of what else might be coming up.
Well, we've got the new ensemble with Blue Weaver and the IBGs, which we're actually putting together as we're rebranding ourselves as the Legacy Project, and this has also, of course, brought up an opportunity for merchandise. So we're building on a lot of types of merchandise, everything from backpacks to keychains and buttons and hats and beanies and you name it, really. It's a lot of amazing things, and not only is it merchandise for people who are fans, but also it's just very aesthetic and very beautiful. It's the way we've done it. It's not just another piece of merchandise. It's got that aesthetic value.
And that's what I love about everything, is that it really is, it's a project you've been working on with your father. He would have been, as you say, incredibly proud that it's finally come to fruition. And you name it, I think is a lovely name for a brand, because if fans have got suggestions for merchandise that they'd like you to have a look at, because there's lots of things in the pipeline, again, get in touch, because you will be surprised at the depth and breadth of the various treasures that all can be found through KTTlegacy.com. We'll also be talking in future episodes about ticket sales, as and when we can start doing live gigs. We're looking at, obviously, live streaming as well in the times when people are still socially distancing. But in addition to that, there'll be various other merchandise and various releases. So it's all exciting stuff. People should go along now to KTTlegacy.com, sign up, engage in some way, and then you're going to get exclusive access to some glorious things. But for now, RJ, a final word before we get on to the specifics?
What on the site and
a final
and the products?
Wonderful word. Wishing people well. It's good.
Oh, right, I see. No. God bless everybody. I know it's a tough time, but just try and keep your head up. We know things will never be the same again. We all know that, but hopefully some semblance of normality will return, and we'll try and do our best to make this time as comfortable as possible for you. This is one of the things KTT is geared for. So
fantastic. Beautifully put, RJ. Until next time, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you then. Take care.